And wow, yes. All right, so we're starting a fresh batch here. Raw oysters go on. Raw oysters go on to the grill. Then they're sprinkled, like ladled on with a butter mixture, and then a sprinkle of, I believe it's Parmesan, like spiced herb Parmesan cheese goes on. And what they do is they kind of do one section of the grill, then those finish, and then they do another section of the grill and just keep kind of like rotating, going down the grill and back. And so those are gonna just ignite and stay on fire until they like pump up that fire and then extinguish them. You can just hear them popping and sizzling and boiling all at the same time. And they just keep adding more butter, and it's really the butter that just ignites, that flames up. Wow, yes. And then he turns up, cranks up that heat, cranks up that fire. The smoke, the fire, and even sprays it down when you need to put out the fire. He kind of sprays it on the bottom to put out that fire. Fires and oysters and lots buckets of butter. Wow, that's a full grill. Yeah, nice and clear. Look at that sizzle. Is that mostly butter?
Okay, I'll bring the...
That entire batch of oysters is ready. They dish them out by the dozen onto your plate. Another ladle, spoonful of butter goes on, and that hisses and sizzles. Plop on a few pieces of toast, a couple wedges of lemon, and directly to your table, sizzling. Thank you very much, CJ. Still boiling on the plate. Thank you. That was one of the coolest culinary displays, them cooking. I mean, it's just like, it had to be invented by somebody who was a pyromaniac without a doubt, just in love with fire cooking. There must be like 3 soup ladles of butter per dozen oysters, just ignited. Yes, the aroma, the Parmesan cheese, oh man, ignited. There's at least 3 ladles like soup spoons, ladles of butter per dozen oysters. I think I'll try one without lemon first, just to taste it, but I think you gotta hit that with lemon, right? I want a really charred one. You can see, oh yeah, those are still boiling hot. Wow. I might even just keep it there on the, what's the correct method? Spoon or pour in your mouth. Okay. Pop it with a spoon. You can see the melted butter, the cheese, which has caramelized literally in a flame. Oh wow.
Smoky butter.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oyster goodness.
Oh, you can taste the smoke. You can taste the fire. The oyster just melts in your mouth, contrasted by the umami of the on-fire Parmesan and ladle of butter. You just go ahead and lemon it all. Yeah, yeah. The lemon is.
We might need more lemons.
Look at the way on the bottom. Oh, that's still so hot. Oh, you can barely hold it. I'm gonna attempt to hold it, but free the oyster. And if, oh, it's so hot. We now know oyster shells retain their heat. Don't try to pick that up. It's still on fire. Okay, with lemon. Oh yeah,
Perfect.
once you can dip your bread into that butter pool. There's an actual pool on the bottom there of butter and charred oyster shell, which you dip.
Found more lemon.
There's got to be garlic in there too with the Parmesan. Oh wow, as good as everybody raves about them, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Like when we were coming to New Orleans, I can't tell you how many people recommended Drago's charbroiled oysters. So thank you all for the recommendation, and we thoroughly enjoyed 36 of them.
Anytime you're in New Orleans, you need to stop here, pick up half dozen, a dozen, 3 dozen, however many you want. But it's a phenomenal treat.